You are the master of your fate. Let's begin.
Do you ever feel it? That quiet ache, a persistent longing for something more than the everyday grind, a sense that there's a unique calling just for you, a significant purpose waiting to be fulfilled, yet it remains just out of reach, an unspoken whisper in your soul. In a world that constantly measures success by external metrics, by titles, by possessions, by achievements, many find themselves lost. They go through the motions, climb ladders, acquire wealth, yet battle a profound inner emptiness. They feel aimless, trapped in a life that, despite its apparent success, doesn't resonate with their deepest truth. This isn't just a lack of goals, it's a spiritual disconnect, the silent burden of an unacknowledged destiny. I discovered that true success, the kind that satisfies the soul and leaves a lasting legacy, always aligned with a definite chief aim. But what I found, far beyond mere worldly ambition, was the existence of a divine blueprint, a spiritual assignment unique to each individual, orchestrated by a vast, benevolent, infinite intelligence. My deepest revelations, the insights that truly transformed lives, came when I understood that the most powerful purposes were not merely self-willed aspirations, but divinely inspired mandates. In this powerful spiritual guide, I'm going to expose the true roots of aimlessness, revealing it as a spiritual disconnect from your inherent design. I'll then guide you to recognize the subtle whispers of your divine calling, provide a spiritual framework for defining and crystallizing your God-given purpose, show you how to align your daily actions with your soul's blueprint, and ultimately, equip you to live a life of profound meaning, deep impact, and lasting spiritual fulfillment. It's time to silence the noise of external expectations and listen to the unwavering voice of your destiny. Let's uncover your divine blueprint together. You felt that ache, that sense of not quite belonging to the path you're on, of chasing success only to find it leaves you empty. This isn't a flaw in your ambition, I tell you. This isn't a sign of weakness. This profound sense of aimlessness, of lacking true purpose, isn't merely a practical problem. It has deep spiritual roots. The world constantly bombards you with its narrative. Chase this title, acquire that wealth, achieve this status. It tells you what success should look like. And in listening to that external chorus, we often drown out the most vital voice of all, the whisper of our own soul, the profound truth of our inherent design. We speak of living on purpose, but few understand that purpose is not merely invented, it is uncovered. Your dominant thoughts will, through a principle of which you are not yet fully aware, translate themselves into physical reality. If your dominant thoughts are confusion, you will manifest confusion. I observed that those who found their true calling, those who moved mountains, understood that what you dwell upon, what you feed your mind, shapes your very being and your perceived purpose. If you feed it the world's confusion, you manifest confusion. If you seek divine clarity will manifest. Here are the common spiritual walls that block you from recognizing and embracing your God-given purpose, keeping you adrift in aimlessness. 1. Ignoring the inner voice or intuition. The problem: we are constantly bombarded by subtle promptings, intuitions, and inspirations, direct guidance from infinite intelligence or our higher self. Yet we dismiss them as mere thoughts, whims, or irrational feelings, choosing instead to follow logical paths that feel safer but hollow. The cost: this neglect starves the soul. It cuts off the primary channel through which your divine blueprint attempts to communicate with you, leaving you disconnected from your truest guidance. 2. Fear of divine assignment, the too big calling. The problem: when the true scale of one's purpose begins to glimmer, the profound impact you are truly capable of making, it can feel daunting, overwhelming, or even arrogant. The ego fears stepping into such a powerful role. The cost: this fear leads to self-doubt, procrastination, and retreat into smaller, safer pursuits that ultimately leave you unfulfilled. You consciously or unconsciously shrink from the magnificent destiny you were designed for. 3. Spiritual impatience, the demand for instant clarity. The problem: we live in a world of instant gratification. We expect our spiritual purpose to be revealed in a single lightning bolt moment or in a clear written manual. When it doesn't appear immediately, we lose faith and abandon the search. The cost: purpose unfolds like a blossoming flower. It requires cultivation, patience, and persistent introspection. Impatience causes you to abandon the divine garden before the seeds of your destiny have even had a chance to sprout. 4. Misinterpreting success, the external mirage. The problem: we define success solely by material gain, social status, or external achievements, forgetting that these are often mere byproducts, not the essence of a purposeful life. We chase the shadow, not the substance. The cost: this leads to a profound spiritual void. You can achieve all the world's measures of success and still feel deeply unfulfilled because your soul yearns for the meaning that comes from authentic contribution, aligned with its divine design. 5. Lack of faith in a grand design. The illusion of randomness. The problem: in a cynical world, it's easy to believe that life is random, chaotic, and without inherent meaning or purpose. This belief system closes you off from the very forces meant to guide you. The cost: when you believe life is random, you become a victim of circumstance. You stop seeking your place in the divine tapestry and relinquish your power as a co-creator with infinite intelligence, leaving you adrift. These spiritual walls keep you searching externally for what can only be found internally. They keep you from the profound joy and power of living your truth. But how do we begin to dismantle these barriers? How do we silence the world's noise and tune into the subtle, powerful whispers of our divine calling, guiding us directly to our unique purpose? In the next section, I will give you the spiritual practices to recognize and interpret the whispers of your divine calling, helping you to truly hear the sacred assignment meant for your soul. In the last section, we spoke of the spiritual walls that keep you lost in aimlessness, the world's noise, the fear of a grand calling, impatience for instant answers, and a focus on external measures. Now, let's learn how to systematically dismantle those walls by tuning into the most profound guidance system available to you, the voice of infinite intelligence, speaking through your own soul. Infinite intelligence communicates through inspiration, through insight, through the still, small voice within. To receive, you must first learn to listen. This isn't about grand pronouncements from the heavens. It's about recognizing the subtle, persistent nudges, the intuitive insights, and the profound resonations that consistently point you toward your unique purpose. It's learning the language of your soul's blueprint. Here are the actionable, spiritual steps to recognize the whispers of your divine calling. 1. The spiritual mind dump, silent reflection and journaling. The practice: just as you might dump worries onto paper, do this for your soul. Set aside dedicated, quiet time each day, even just 10 or 15 minutes. Close your eyes, breathe deeply, then ask open-ended questions of your inner self or of infinite intelligence. What am I truly passionate about, even if it seems impractical? What problems in the world genuinely stir my soul and compel me to act? What activities bring me profound joy and a sense of timeless flow? What pain or struggle have I overcome that could now serve others? Don't filter, don't judge. Just listen to the thoughts, feelings, and images that arise, and gently record them in a dedicated purpose journal. The power: this practice clears mental static, allowing the subtle promptings of your higher self to surface. Your deepest passions and the pains you are moved to solve are often the clearest indicators of your divine assignment. It's a direct line to your inner wisdom. 2. Discern your unique gifts, God-given talents in action. The practice: reflect honestly on your natural abilities, skills that come effortlessly to you, and areas where others consistently seek your unique perspective or help. Ask yourself, what do I do better than most without even trying? What task feels less like work and more like play? What flows through me when I'm truly in my element? The power: your unique talents and strengths are not random. They are instruments divinely provided for your purpose. Recognizing them reveals the very tools given for your sacred work, showing you how you are meant to contribute. 3. Pay attention to divine coincidences and synchronicity. The practice: begin to cultivate an awareness of patterns in your life. Notice recurring themes in books you're drawn to, unexpected encounters with individuals who speak to your deepest longings, or sudden, profound insights that seem to come from nowhere. Keep a synchronicity journal to record these seemingly chance events. The power: infinite intelligence often communicates through these subtle, meaningful coincidences. They are often direct signposts on your path, confirming a direction, opening a new avenue, or affirming a belief you hold. They are divine whispers, urging you forward. 4. Embrace the divine discontent. The practice: acknowledge areas of your life that feel unfulfilling, deeply frustrating, or even painful. Instead of resisting this discomfort, turn inward and ask, what is this discontent trying to teach me? What transformation is it demanding? What truth am I denying? The power: this holy dissatisfaction is a powerful spiritual nudge. It's a divine impatience, a discomfort meant to push you away from what is not your purpose and powerfully propel you toward what is. It is your soul's way of saying, there's more and it's time to move. Learning to recognize these whispers is like learning to read a cosmic map or understanding the unique code whispered from within your soul. It takes patience, presence, and a genuine desire to hear. But once you begin to hear these whispers, once you identify the inklings of your true calling, how do you translate them from a feeling into a clear, actionable, definite chief aim? How do you crystallize your God-given purpose into something tangible that you can pursue with conviction? In the next section, I will reveal how to transform these intuitive nudges into a powerful, concise statement of your definite chief aim, infused with spiritual conviction. You've now begun to hear the sacred whispers of your divine calling. You're tuning into the subtle language of your soul, recognizing your unique gifts, and acknowledging the profound nudges from infinite intelligence. But a whisper, no matter how profound, remains just that, a whisper, until you give it form, until you crystallize it into a definite, unwavering declaration. A definite chief aim, clearly stated and backed by unwavering faith, becomes a spiritual magnet, drawing to you the necessary people, resources, and circumstances for its fulfillment. Vague desires produce vague results. Definite desires, spiritually aligned, produce miracles. I observed that those who achieved truly great things, those who transformed their world and inspired others, did not merely dream. They defined, they declared. They imbued their purpose with such clarity and emotion that it became an irresistible force. This is where your spiritual insight transforms into a tangible blueprint for action. Here are the actionable, spiritual steps to crystallize your God-given purpose into a powerful, living, definite chief aim. 1. Write your divine purpose statement, clarity on paper. The practice, based on the insights gained from your spiritual mind dump and your discernment of unique gifts, craft a concise, clear statement of your definite chief aim. This isn't a long essay. It's a powerful 1-2 sentence declaration. It should integrate your deepest passion, your unique gifts, and the specific contribution you feel called to make to the world, infused with spiritual meaning. Example: my divine purpose is to inspire and equip individuals to unlock their inherent spiritual power, so they may live lives of profound fulfillment and contribute to the harmonious awakening of humanity. The power, the act of writing, makes it real. It solidifies your spiritual direction into a tangible, observable declaration. This clear statement becomes a signal, a beacon, that your subconscious mind and infinite intelligence can instantly recognize and align with, activating the universal laws to support its manifestation. 2. Infuse with faith and emotion, spiritual auto-suggestion. The practice, a written statement, is powerful, but a statement imbued with faith and emotion is unstoppable. Read your divine purpose statement aloud morning and night with deep feeling and conviction. Don't just recite words. Feel yourself living this purpose fully. Visualize the impact you're making. Feel the joy, the peace, and the profound alignment in your soul as if it is already your reality. The power, this spiritual auto-suggestion, imprints your purpose onto the deepest levels of your subconscious mind. It turns your definite chief aim into a powerful spiritual magnet, activating the law of attraction and opening channels for direct inspiration and guidance from infinite intelligence. It transforms a concept into a felt reality. 3. Seek spiritual counsel, your mastermind alliance. The practice, identify individuals, living or historical figures, or even your perception of ascended masters, spiritual teachers, or divine guides, whose lives exemplify purposeful living, or who you feel can offer profound spiritual wisdom. Mentally or through prayer meditation, invite their counsel. Ask for clarity, direction, and strength for your purpose. The power, this practice aligns you with a higher form of mastermind alliance. You tap into the wisdom of the ages and connect with spiritual forces of collaboration, allowing their collective intelligence and spiritual energy to support your journey. You are never truly alone when you seek divine partnership. 4. Embrace the how. As it is revealed, trust the divine process. The practice, once your purpose is clearly defined, the what and the why, release the need to know every single how immediately. Focus on being receptive. Trust that the steps, the opportunities, the resources, and the right people will be revealed to you step by step through inspiration and intuitive nudges, as long as you remain aligned and take consistent, inspired action. The power, this act of spiritual surrender and trust, releases immense mental burden and anxiety. It opens the channel for infinite intelligence to guide your path with effortless precision, often revealing simpler, faster, or more perfect ways than your conscious mind could ever conceive. This process of crystallization is like carving a clear, beautiful statue from a rough, unformed stone. It reveals the masterpiece that was already within, waiting to be brought forth. Your definite chief aim, divinely inspired and clearly articulated, becomes your unwavering compass in the journey of life. But with a clear, divinely inspired purpose now etched into your consciousness, how do you bridge the gap between this spiritual blueprint and your everyday reality? How do you ensure your daily actions are in perfect harmony with your soul's grand mission, transforming aspiration into undeniable reality? In the next section, I will show you how to align your daily actions with your divine blueprint, demonstrating your faith through your works and moving steadily toward your destined path. You've bravely looked inward, heard the whispers of your divine calling, and crystallized your God-given purpose into a powerful statement. You have your spiritual blueprint, but a blueprint, no matter how magnificent, remains a mere drawing until it is acted upon. Faith, to be potent, must be accompanied by action. The universe responds to deeds, not just dreams. This truth, a fundamental law of success in spiritual manifestation, is often overlooked. Many pray for purpose, declare their intentions, yet fail to translate that spiritual insight into consistent, daily effort. They wait for grand signs, when the greatest sign is often the next inspired step. Your purpose becomes powerful, tangible, and truly alive when it is supported by definite plans and acted upon with unwavering, divinely inspired effort. This is where your faith manifests as your work. Here are the actionable, spiritual steps to align your daily actions with your divine blueprint, demonstrating your faith through your consistent deeds. 1. Break purpose into divinely guided steps. The practice, your grand purpose, your life's mission, can feel overwhelming if viewed as a single monumental task. It is not. It is a journey built of countless smaller steps. Each morning, or as you plan your week, consciously ask infinite intelligence, what is the next right step? What small, inspired action can I take today that moves me closer to my purpose? Listen for the intuitive nudge, and then commit to that single step. The power, this prevents overwhelm and makes your vast vision achievable by focusing on incremental, divinely guided progress. Each step, no matter how small, becomes an act of faith, affirming your commitment to your purpose and inviting further guidance. 2. Practice spiritual self-discipline, sacred habits. The practice, consistency, is devotion. Consistently engage in habits that nourish your spiritual connection and keep your purpose vibrant in your mind. This might include daily meditation, prayer, journaling about your insights, spending time in nature, or engaging in acts of selfless service. These are not chores, they are sacred practices. The power, these daily sacred habits keep your channel open to infinite intelligence, ensuring you continue to receive inspiration, clarity, and the sustained spiritual energy required to pursue your purpose. They are the daily rituals that fortify your soul and align your being with your mission. 3. Overcome procrastination with divine urgency. The practice, procrastination, is often a symptom of fear or a disconnect from purpose. When you feel the pull to delay or avoid an action related to your blueprint, pause. Remind yourself, this is my divine assignment. My purpose will not wait. My spirit is ready. Infuse your actions with a sense of sacred urgency, knowing that each delayed step delays the manifestation of your higher calling. The power, connecting your daily tasks to a higher spiritual meaning, transforms them. They feel less like mundane chores and more like essential steps on a sacred path, empowering you to act with conviction and overcoming resistance. 4. Embrace service as purpose, giving to grow. The practice, the universe operates on the principle of circulation, giving and receiving. Find ways to serve others through your purpose, even in seemingly small ways. Share your knowledge, offer your unique gifts, volunteer your time to causes that align with your calling. The power, by actively serving others through the lens of your purpose, you activate the universal law of reciprocity. Greater blessings, opportunities, and resources flow back to you, reinforcing your path and expanding your capacity to fulfill your mission. Your contribution becomes your expansion. When your daily actions become a conscious, consistent dance with your divine blueprint, your life transforms. You are not just existing. You are actively co-creating with infinite intelligence. You are demonstrating your faith through your works, and the universe responds in kind. But what is the profound fulfillment that awaits you? What are the true fruits of a life fully aligned with your God-given purpose? impacting the world and experiencing a peace that passes all understanding. In the next section, I will reveal the ultimate joy and spiritual power that comes from living a life of profound meaning and spiritual fulfillment. You have now done the sacred work. You've heard the whispers, defined your divine blueprint, and consistently aligned your daily actions with that higher calling. What is the reward for such dedication? What is the profound fulfillment that awaits you on this path of purpose? When purpose aligns with faith and persistent action, the harvest is always abundant, not just in material gain, but more importantly, in soul satisfaction. I observed that those who fully stepped into their God-given purpose experienced a life far beyond the ordinary. They lived with a certainty, a joy, and an impact that transcended mere human effort. This is the ultimate promise of aligning with your divine blueprint, a life infused with profound meaning and spiritual fulfillment. It is the natural consequence of working in harmony with the universal laws of giving and receiving. Here are the magnificent fruits of living a life fully aligned with your divine blueprint. 1. Unshakable inner peace and clarity. The benefit, the nagging ache of aimlessness, dissolves entirely. The constant questioning ceases. It's replaced by a deep, profound sense of knowing you are exactly where you are meant to be, doing precisely what you are meant to do. This clarity brings an inner peace that the external world cannot disturb. The truth, this is the tranquility of a soul in perfect alignment with its intended path, free from the spiritual burden of an unlived purpose. 2. Amplified intuition and consistent divine guidance. The benefit, as you consistently act on your divine blueprint, your connection to infinite intelligence strengthens exponentially. You experience clearer inspirations, effortless insights, and a constant flow of guidance. Solutions appear, opportunities arise, and your path forward becomes illuminated with remarkable precision. The truth, you become a clearer channel for divine wisdom, effortlessly navigating challenges and perceiving opportunities that others miss. 3. Magnetic attraction of opportunity and resources. The benefit, the universe, responding to your unwavering, definite chief aim and consistent action, begins to conspire in your favor. The right people, the necessary resources, and the perfect circumstances are drawn to you, as if by an invisible, powerful magnet. What once seemed difficult now unfolds with surprising ease. The truth, this is the law of attraction in its purest form, activated by a definite purpose infused with spiritual conviction and relentless action. 4. Profound impact and enduring legacy. The benefit, your actions, now fueled by divine purpose, create a ripple effect far beyond your immediate awareness. Your contribution touches lives, inspires others, and addresses needs in ways that create lasting, positive transformation in the world. You fulfill your unique part in the grand tapestry of creation. The truth, you leave behind something far greater than material wealth. You leave a legacy of purpose, a testament to what is possible when one aligns with their higher calling. 5. Authentic joy and abundant prosperity in all forms. The benefit, true, unadulterated joy flows from living authentically in your purpose. This isn't fleeting happiness, but a deep, abiding contentment that permeates every aspect of your life. And often, though not always sought directly, material abundance follows naturally, as you are in harmony with the universal laws of giving and receiving. The truth, when your life becomes a conscious act of contributing your divine gifts, all forms of prosperity naturally gravitate toward you. Your life becomes a living testament to divine partnership. You are not just existing, you are thriving, growing, and fulfilling the sacred assignment given to you, experiencing the deepest form of human happiness and spiritual satisfaction. This is not merely a philosophical concept, it is the living reality awaiting you. In our final concluding segment, I will give you the ultimate motivation and the immediate action steps to make this profound alignment your daily practice, transforming your entire world into a testament to your divine blueprint. You have now journeyed through a profound transformation. You've uncovered the true, internal source of overwhelm, discovered my blueprint for mental organization, mastered ruthless prioritization, learned to protect your mental sanctuary, and integrated these principles to cultivate profound calm and laser-like focus. No man can become a permanent success without learning to concentrate himself and his efforts upon a given undertaking for a specified time. Understand this truth deeply. You are not a victim of external demands, an overflowing inbox, or a chaotic world. You are the master of your mind. You possess the inherent power to control your thoughts, organize your efforts, and direct your focus with unshakable precision. This is not merely a strategy for productivity, it is the cornerstone of all lasting achievement, deep inner peace, and the deliberate creation of your desired destiny. In a world that often celebrates frantic busyness and scattered attention, you now possess a rare and powerful advantage. You have chosen the path of mental sovereignty, the deliberate cultivation of an internal environment where clarity reigns, focus thrives, and your definite chief aim can finally manifest without hindrance. Stop allowing the noise to dictate your peace. Consciously choose calm and focus. Stop reacting to every demand. Prioritize relentlessly and master the power of no. Stop letting your mind wander aimlessly. Direct its immense power towards your greatest ambitions, the wealth you desire, the purpose you seek, the lasting impact you wish to make. All of it demands a mind that is clear, calm, and powerfully focused. It demands that you take command of your thoughts and organize your efforts with deliberate intention. Do not let the modern world dictate your mental state. Master your thoughts. Organize your efforts. Protect your focus. For in doing so, you will not only overcome overwhelm, but you will unlock the peace, the clarity, and the unshakable power to truly master your destiny. You've now completed a profound journey into your very essence, guided by the timeless wisdom of infinite intelligence. You understand that your life isn't a series of random events, but a divinely orchestrated journey with a unique purpose, a divine blueprint, awaiting your discovery and full expression. This isn't just theory, it's a sacred pathway designed to transform aimlessness into profound meaning and longing into spiritual fulfillment. To ensure this knowledge translates into tangible results in your life, you must put it into immediate, consistent action. Here are the key takeaways to ingrain into your consciousness, followed by your immediate, sacred assignment. Key takeaways to uncover and live your divine blueprint. 1. Aimlessness is a spiritual disconnect. It stems from ignoring your inner voice and believing life is random, rather than a divinely purposeful journey. 2. Recognize divine whispers. Tune into your passions, unique gifts, divine coincidences, and holy discontent as subtle guidance from infinite intelligence. 3. Crystallize your God-given purpose. Write a definite, concise purpose statement. Infuse it with unwavering faith and emotion, and seek spiritual counsel. 4. Align daily actions with your blueprint. Break your purpose into small, divinely guided steps. Practice spiritual self-discipline through sacred habits. Overcome procrastination with divine urgency, and embrace service as a path to growth. 5. Experience profound fulfillment. Living your divine blueprint brings unshakable inner peace, amplified intuition, magnetic attraction of opportunities, profound impact, and authentic joy. Now for your immediate real-world assignment. This is where your spiritual commitment meets practical daily action. Do not let this vital knowledge remain dormant. Implement it, starting today. 1. The silent reflection, daily habit rooted in belief. For the next 7 days, set aside 10-15 minutes of quiet, uninterrupted time each morning or evening. Find a space where you won't be disturbed. In this stillness, ask infinite intelligence or your higher self these profound questions. What is my unique purpose? What truth am I meant to live and share? What contribution is mine alone to make? Listen for whispers, gentle feelings, or sudden insights. Don't force it. Simply be receptive. Gently record any emerging thoughts or sensations in a journal. 2. The purpose statement infusion, belief in action. Once you have even a nascent idea of your purpose, perhaps just a phrase or a core feeling, write it down as a concise statement. Then, read this statement aloud 3 times a day, morning, noon, and evening, with deep feeling and unwavering conviction. Feel yourself living this purpose fully, as if it is already your reality. Imbue it with emotion, with faith. 3. The inspired action step, behavioral shift. Tomorrow, based on your purpose statement or any divine whispers you've received, identify one small, inspired action that you believe moves you closer to your divine purpose. This isn't about grand gestures. It could be researching a topic, reaching out to one person, writing a single paragraph, or taking a moment to refine an idea. Take that specific step, knowing it is a divine prompt, an act of faith. You are equipped. You are guided. You are destined. You have the power to stop settling for a life of quiet desperation and instead to embark on your sacred mission, bringing your unique light to the world. Embrace these principles, for in uncovering and living your divine blueprint, you will not only fulfill your destiny, but you will experience the deepest spiritual satisfaction and truly master your life. just as infinite intelligence intended. Which of these spiritual practices will you embrace first to uncover and live your divine blueprint? Share your commitment in the comments below. Let's build a community rooted in purpose and divine alignment.
Remember, your success begins the moment you decide to act.